So far, we've considered an investor who owns only one stock, but that's rarely the case. Most investors own several stocks, and the set of stocks that an investor owns is called his investment portfolio. Every investor tries to select and add stocks that will optimize the overall rate of return of his portfolio. But before diving in and considering portfolio optimization strategies, we need to learn how to calculate the rate of return of a portfolio. Let's use an example of a simple portfolio composed of 4 stocks. The 4 equity stocks are Apple, IBM, GE, and the Ford Motor Company. Perfect. The average annual rate of return of these stocks is provided on the right side. We want to calculate the historical rate of return of a portfolio that contains these 4 stocks. This will show us the rate of return that can be expected from this portfolio in the future. Right. Calculating the rate of return of a portfolio is an easy and intuitive task. We have the rates of return of individual securities, and we only have to multiply each security's rate of return by the weight it has in the overall portfolio. So, if this is an equally weighted portfolio, each stock will have a weight of 25%. Then we have to multiply these weights by the rate of return of the 4 stocks. I'll multiply 25% by Apple's rate of return, 25% by IBM's return, 25% by GE's return, and 25% by Ford's return. The sum of the 4 components gives us the rate of return of the portfolio. Great! What if this wasn't an equally weighted portfolio? If the weights of these 4 stocks were 40% Apple, 40% IBM, 15% GE, and 5% Ford, the calculation will be the same. And the only difference is that we must substitute 25% with the new weights. Here's what we'll have in this case. The second portfolio earns a higher rate of return. Next, we will apply what we have learned here and calculate a portfolio's rate of return in Python.